1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi, welcome to another edition of Hub City Times Presents. I'm your host, Peggy Sue Behselich, and today I have with me
Margie Schmidt from the Toys for Tots program.
Okay, hi Margie, thanks for joining us. So can you tell us a little bit about what Toys for Tots is?
So Toys for Tots is a program run by the Marines. Started, I don't even remember the date, many years ago. I should have that in front of me and I don't.
Okay.
Where we collect toys throughout the community and then we distribute the toys to families in need over the holiday season.
And what's the time frame that, because it's going on right now, correct?
We have started collecting toys as of this week, and we will collect toys through December 6th, and then we do our toy distribution beginning December 8th.
Okay, and what's that kind of look like? What's the toy distribution? First, let me step back. Where does this occur? Where does the distribution occur?
So the distribution occurs at the Marshfield Fairgrounds, the Expo building. We collect toys, new toys throughout the community, and then we sort those toys and set them up in as almost a store type setting where parents can come and walk through to get the toys for their kids. We do service kids age 0 to 18, so we service all ages. And then we do our toy distribution Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday, December 8th through December 13th.
Now, you've mentioned going through the age of 18. So you and I had talked about this before because I've talked to you about Toys for Tots because Hub City Times does help with it as much as we can, and we are a drop-off spot. But I had never thought about the teenager. And so when I think of Toys for Tots, I'm thinking of toys. And so what could we do to help that gap of that teenage year? What are some suggestions there?
Yeah, we do collect toys for all ages. And the younger age bracket, we always get a lot of toys for. The teenagers that is the area that we lack in. The best way to go and shop for a teenager is to ask a teenager what kind of things they like. But anything computer or phone or internet related, those kinds of things, speakers for their iPads and just all of that where they can have those extra fun little gadgets. It's so hard to get teenage stuff, it really is, and trying to think of it right now off the top of my head, but colognes and makeups and vanity type of fun things for the teenage girls that they all love. Journals for the girls.
Maybe some tools for the boys?
Tools for the young...
Or girls.
Yeah, right. Tools for the young teenagers. They all, those simple hammers, screwdrivers, just the simple tools, nothing extravagant. They all get, when we have those that have been, over the years, when we have those, they all get taken, by the parent. The parents all look for those things for their teenagers, so.
And now, there's more to your name than just Toys for Tots. You're Northern Wood County, correct?
We service the Northwood County area. So there's a Southwood County Toys for Tots. They're out of Rapids, and we're Northwood County from Marshfield. So it's the Marshfield area. Marshfield, Arpin, Auburndale, all of the just little areas around us, we will help. Even those parts of Spencer are Marathon County, we will do that instead of somebody from Spencer going to Wausau. But all of the surrounding area, and then in Pittsville, but then once you're kind of on the other side of Pittsville, then you're Southwood County. So,
But if I go to, like, okay, Marshfield's a little bit closer. I live maybe in Pittsville. Marshfield's closer. Is it okay if I go to Marshfield, even though that line might be that I
Yes.
should go to
Yes.
Southwood County?
nope, you can do Marshfield. You can only do one or the other. You can't go to Marshfield and to Rapids. And
Okay.
our area campaigns, we all kind of have a connection with each other, so we can talk back and forth and know who's doing what area and what we're all covering. So,
And what are the requirements for someone to take advantage of your service? Not the donating part, but the families that you're servicing, that you're helping.
so we do not take an application ahead of time. All of the applications are filled out the day they come to look for toys. Again, our toy room is set up, kind of like a department store. The parent would walk through and get their own toys. We walk through with them and help them pick out their toys. So there are no requirements. If you feel you need help for the year, you can come and get help. As far as the application form, you just need an identification and a current piece of mail. And we don't require birth certificates for your children. But knowing all your kids' birth dates and all of that, that's going to have to be written on your application. It is for parents who have their children in their home, like grandparents can't come and get toys for their grandkids. It's for parents with custody of their children. So.
Okay. And as for the donation part, is there other ways I can donate? Is there, like, if I might be lazy and not want to go out and shop?
Of course. So as far as if you do go out and shop, and the toy donation, we have Toys for Tots boxes at approximately 35 locations in Marshfield, and we have a few in Neillsville, and we have Stratford a couple. So we have boxes about 35 places you can take your toys to. Toys should be unwrapped. We do not want them wrapped because we let the parents pick out their own toy. We don't want them wrapped. We want the parents to see what they're getting. But a financial donation can be made to me, can be sent to Melody Gardens, and then we do spend that locally in the community.
Okay.
We do all of our shopping with any funds that we receive. We do all of that shopping locally. So,
Okay.
and a lot of times those funds are used buying teenage items because we don't get a lot of teenage items. We spend a lot of that money purchasing items for our teenagers.
So there is a great need for even monetary donations if that's easier for someone to do.
Yes.
Can they also drop that off at any of the drop spots?
They can, yep, they can drop it at any of them, and the drop spots will get them to me then.
Okay.
So, or it can be mailed, like I said, to Melody Gardens.
And if I'm going to write out a check, who would I write that out
It
to?
would get made out to Toys for Tots. I take those funds, I put it in a Toys for Tots account, and then I spend it from that Toys for Tots, so everything is accounted for
Okay.
that way.
All right. And once again, when is the campaign running?
So the campaign is currently running for the toy collection, and then the last day to donate toys is December 6th. And then we start picking up the toys and getting ready for the toy room on December 7th. And our toy room opens on December 8th. All of those dates are available on our Toys for Tots website, which is marshfield-toysfortots.org or something like that. You can go to the Toys for Tots website and type in Marshfield and we come up. And we also have a Facebook page this year, which is Toys for Tots-Northwood County. So all of that information will be on the Facebook page as well.
Okay. Great. And how long have you been doing this, Margie?
I started in 2012, so this is my 10th year.
And is this something that, all right, we need the donations. We've talked about toys, things for teenagers. I can do monetary. What about if I want to donate my time? Is that something that's in need?
Yes, we do take volunteers as well. So we set up on Wednesday, December 7th is our setup day. And then we open the toy room on December 8th. So setup is, of course, spending the day sorting the toys, getting everything organized. And then when we open the toy room on December 8th, every person that comes in, every parent that comes in to get toys for their kids have to be walked through the toy room with one of our volunteers. So you're actually taking the person through, helping them do their shopping, walking them through, giving them the criteria of how many toys they can have per child and how many stocking stuffers they can have per child and how that all works. So we take volunteers that help walk through the room as well.
And so if somebody wants to do that, how do they go about? Is there a website or do they contact you?
They can contact me, or there is, through the Toys for Tots website, there's an email address on there, and it comes directly to me then. Through
Okay,
that
so I
Toys
can
for
go
Tots email address. Yep.
and say I'm available, here's my times I'm available, or is there time slots that...
There are not time slots set up yet at this point, so they will just send me an email that says I'm interested in volunteering, and then I contact them from there.
Okay,
So-
set up a time.
And set up a time, right.
Okay.
And the toy room is open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday, and different hours. So it's some of the hours we open at 8 o'clock in the morning, and some of the days we open at 10 o'clock in the morning. So it depends on the day.
And how late, or does that vary too?
The first and second days are always later because those are the busiest 2 days. Then the Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday, the hours are a little bit shorter. So we try and stay open later on some of the days so we can catch those parents who obviously work. And but we have a varied amount of hours.
Do you have any idea like how many families you guys help in Northern Wood County?
So last year we helped, it was like 350 families, roughly around 1,000 kids. It was just less than 1,000 kids last year. So
That's got to be a
It's
good
a-
feeling helping out, but that's a lot of toys that are needed too.
yes, it's a lot of toys. It is very rewarding, meeting those families and walking them through that toy room and helping them out when they when you know that they are there because they need the help. So.
And I guess you and I have talked about different times and experiences, and there has been those people that it's probably difficult. They've hit a bad spot in their life, and it's okay to reach out for help, and it's nice that you have this resource that you can help them. It's not saying that they have to come here every year,
Right.
but maybe I hit COVID
Yes.
caused a lot of people to struggle. And so if you hit that hard time, it's okay to ask for help, and this is a great outlet
For
to
sure.
ask for help.
Yes, for sure. And we hear that from year to year that we have a family that's never needed help before, and this year something happened and they just do. And those are the people that we want to reach. We want to reach everybody that feels that they need help. So, and for whatever reason, we don't ask those questions. We don't need to know those
Right.
answers. If they need help, we want them to come and get their help.
And no questions asked of what
No
their
questions
personal life is, because
Right.
it's none of our business.
Right. Yep.
I love that you guys
So-
do this, and I love that you're able to help kids, because it's not, I mean, we want them to have a good Christmas.
It's right. It has been a very, very rewarding project that I've taken care of these past 10 years. I enjoy taking care of it. It's a lot of work, but it's very rewarding in the end.
So now I'm going to kind of put you on the spot. Oh, didn't warn you of this, Margie. You know I love you dearly. But do you know how many, are they considered chapters?
We're considered campaigns.
Okay.
We're
so
called Toys for Tots campaigns.
how many are in Wisconsin?
Oh, I don't know the answer to that.
That's okay.
I don't, but there are a lot. So we are a national organization. The Toys for Tots organization is out of the Virginia area, and from there we are all divided into sections. So there's 7 different sections throughout the United States. I believe it is. Maybe it's 8, because they maybe just added one. And then each of those, there's one person that heads up a section, and then they have all of us under them as a campaign. So I don't know.
It's okay.
I should. They emailed this in one of our recent emails, and I believe it was like 800 to 900 campaigns in the United States.
Okay.
So that's the number that comes to mind, but I don't know for sure.
No, and I kind of put you on the spot with that.
No, but it is a lot, and some of them are very, very large campaigns. I'm considered, the Marshfield one is considered a medium campaign. So all of that, we receive, everything that we receive from the Toys for Tots Foundation, the boxes and the promotional material and all of that we receive it based on how large our campaign or how small our campaign is. So they send us all different things every year based on the size of our campaign. So, but some of them are really, really large, and I don't ever want to run one that large.
No. We can grow Marshfield,
yes.
but only so big.
I mean, we service about 1,000 kids in a year. That's pretty much our average. I mean, there are some campaigns that service 14, 15,000 campaigns or 15 or 1,000-ish kids in a year's time. So that's a lot.
Yeah, and what kind of time? I mean, you didn't just start this yesterday. I mean, what's this requiring from you behind the scenes?
A lot. A lot of paperwork because it is a national foundation. We are accountable for every penny we take in, and we're accountable for every penny we send out, and that we spend on anything. So everything I do, I have to run through the foundation. So there is a lot of behind-the-scenes paperwork. Just getting the boxes out to all of the toy sites for the year, all of the emails. The emails from the foundation go on all year long. They don't stop. They're keeping us informed of everything all year, anything new that we need to know, or any new procedures, just anything. So we have to go through a training. Every 5 years I have to go to training, and that is required. If you don't do the training, you cannot be a campaign organizer. So that has to be done every 5 years. But there's a lot of paperwork. At the end of the year, everything has to balance. So we go January to December, and it's just like a business. At the end of the year, everything balances, and if it doesn't, we have to figure out why. So I'm very careful with all my books and make sure that all balances. So there's a lot to do with that.
And so you have to account for every donation that's made,
Yes.
whether it's a toy or monetary donation. You're
We
accounting
do.
for that, answering for that, so people know that it's going somewhere safe. It's not
Yes.
funding my shopping habits.
We have to actually count every toy that we bring in. So,
Okay.
Hub City Times is a drop spot.
Yes.
When we come and pick up your box on December 7th, we take that box back to our toy site, to the site where we do the toys, and then we count. Hub City Times took in this many toys today, this campaign. And I keep track of that per site that we have. So, like I said, 35 sites throughout the Marshfield area. Then I keep track that, Hub City Times collected this many toys and this many stocking stuffers. We have to keep those separate. We have to count toys separate from books, separate from stocking stuffers.
Okay.
So that's one of the big things our volunteers are doing that day, is they're helping us sort all those toys and helping me count all those toys. So I know exactly what I took in.
And
Exactly what was taken in, and I have to report that.
Do you know what I got from that? So anyone that really knows me knows I'm very competitive. I am a very competitive person, and so this sounds like a competition. So I need the viewers' help here, and I need to get the most donations made to the Hub City Times box.
I've often thought that maybe I should put that out there more as a competition amongst our toy drops. I've thought of that over the last few years, but I've just never.
That seems like a game changer.
Yes, yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah. I
Yes.
think that would be kind of fun.
Yeah, that would a different way to do it, but I know there's a couple of, the Auburndale FFA just did their pumpkin patch thing, so they raised funds for us. We're going to go shopping for that, but I know there's going to be a campaign drive, a toy drive at Marshfield High School, I believe, with some of the classrooms. I don't know exactly how they're running it. There's a young man, Carter, who is helping take care of that up at the high school. And so I don't know exactly at this point. They're just getting it started, how it's being run. But the high school is going to be doing a little competition amongst some of their people. So that's always fun to do it that way.
I kind of like that idea. I think it's something that
I
to
should
add
work
to
on
your
for
plate.
next year?
Yes,
Yes,
to add
I
to your
work
plate
on
for next year.
Yes.
That'd be kind of a neat little thing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And
Like I said, every toy that comes in, we definitely have to count, and I have to do a weekly report to the foundation to let them know how many I take in. So if Hub City Times calls me and says, our box is full, come and pick it up, then I go pick it up, and then I have to report those to the foundation.
Okay.
Starting, even if I would take some toys in during the summer, if somebody would bring me toys during the summer and say, here, I had these at my house, I was, bought these for my grandkids last year, I didn't use them, then I have to report that throughout the year.
Okay.
So that Toys for Tots report stays open all year long, just in case I do take anything in, then I have to fill that out on a weekly basis if I take something in, and then everything is accounted for at the end of the year.
And so the campaign ends, I believe, the 7th.
December 6th.
December 6th. But if I didn't do my Christmas shopping, because I'm kind of a last minute person, I could still purchase some things and then get them to you so that I don't have to store them because I'll forget about them.
Right.
Get them to you, drop them off to Melody Gardens.
Yes, absolutely.
And any time of the year. Yes, it wouldn't help for this year, but it can go for the following year then.
Right, and sometimes somebody finds something on clearance and they pick them up or whatever, and yeah, I do have a spot where I can store items throughout the year. So our goal at the end of the campaign is to not have any toys left, but of course we're going to have some. So those get put in a storage and get rolled over to the next year. Some, if we have some, there are some specific things if we have left, I do take to different organizations. Like stuffed animals are hard to store, so I do have an organization that will take the stuffed animals. Anything that could be more difficult to store, worried about, just a musty smell or anything with the stuffed animal, that's part of that reason. So we do have places that will take those leftovers if I need to get rid of anything at the end of the year, but like I said, our ultimate goal is to get rid of it all, but if I do have something, I have that storage, and then if somebody does give me anything throughout the year, I can use that storage space to keep things at, so.
Well, and that's the ultimate goal.
Nice.
The ultimate goal would be to have too much stuff and not many people needing it. In a perfect world, it would be nice that, sorry, what you're doing is fabulous, but it'd be nice if people didn't need it.
Right. And what we do once we kind of assess how many toys we took in, that's how we determine how many toys somebody's going to get for their children. So, on a year, if we don't get in as many toys, then they're going to get 2 toys. If we have a year where we get in a larger amount of toys, then they could get 4 toys for their child. So we use that, and that is solely on myself and our volunteers who have helped in the past to go, Margie, this is a lot more than we had last year, this is a lot less, and we look at it, we assess it, and that's how we kind of figure out how many people get. So.
Well, you're guesstimating how many people are even going to be there because people aren't signing up in advance.
Right, because we do not take, some campaigns do where they have to sign up in advance. I choose not to do that. I don't want people to feel the pressure of meeting a deadline, or what happens if your deadline is November 15th and somebody doesn't lose their job till December 1st, and then they feel like they can't come and sign up. So I don't want to put that pressure on families. I want them to be able to make that decision as the date gets closer, if they need the help or not, or don't need the help.
So the moral behind all of this is that we need to get so many donations. We need to fill up that box at Hub City Times, prepping us for the competition for next year.
That's what we're here for today. Yes.
Okay, there's more important things than Peggy Sue winning the competition.
But there's the biggest thing is then, collecting those toys, but then getting the word out to the families who need the help. If you have a family member or a coworker or just a friend that needs the help, refer them to the program.
And they can just find out all the details by going to Toys for Tots website, and then there should be a drop time that shows Marshfield, and that's where they can find the dates, the times.
Everything is on the website on the dates and the times of the distribution and what you need to bring with you for the distribution. All of the toy drop locations. So if you buy a toy and you just don't know where to take it, which businesses are participating, that's all listed on the website as well. All of the businesses that are participating or that have a toy box. So that's all listed there. So as much information I think that anybody needs, I try and keep that as up to date as I can. So, and I do that. I keep track. I have to do that website. We each have to take care of our own website to update information and
Okay.
and keep people informed. So that's all on there as well.
Perfect. And the boxes are out there so people can start donating.
The boxes are out there. We got behind this year. The Toys for Tots Foundation, the boxes were just behind in production, and we didn't get them until, what day was it? Last week, Friday. Friday. They were supposed to be out at the businesses last week already, and I just received the boxes on Friday, so we got them out, as many as we could at this point. There's a few I still have to do, but for the most part, they are all out.
And they're
So-
ready to be filled.
And they're ready to be filled.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I don't think so. I think we've covered most of it. So I appreciate you guys doing this today and the volunteers that help me. I don't do it on my own, that's for sure. I have people that help do a lot of the stuff. So, and my husband, quick, run here and pick up these toys. So he's done a lot for me as well. So.
And once again, they can go to the website to volunteer, to help,
Mm-hmm.
and or contact you. But it's
Yeah.
probably easier just to go through the website
Go
because
through the
you're a busy
website.
woman.
To go through the website, and we do have a Toys for Tots number. If somebody calls that, if I am not able to answer it, it will go to a voicemail, and I'll get the message eventually. I mean, within a day, I get that message, and then I can return calls that way as well. So
And where do they find that number?
that's also on the website.
Okay.
Also on the website, but it's all out
Perfect.
there. And on the Facebook page, as I said, we set up a Facebook page this year, so it'll all be on there. I just got that set up last week, so it's not 100% done and ready. Not everything's out there yet, but it will be.
Okay. And that'll also be something that maybe I can share
Yes.
amongst family and friends on my social media
Mhm.
to hopefully get the word out there. Hey, collection's going on, or if you know a family.
yeah. Toys
Okay.
for Tots, Northwood County, Wisconsin is what the Facebook page is, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Perfect.
All right.
Well, we appreciate you doing this. I mean, thankfully, I haven't needed this service, but I know there are people that
Oh,
do,
yes.
and it's great that they have a place to go, that they're not made to feel bad about it because life happens.
Right, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, the stories people bring in are amazing, and it's very heartfelt, and yeah, great thing to be a part of, so, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. And thank you for joining us for another edition of Hub City Times Presents.